All right, for today's video, I figured we'd do something a little bit different. This is going to be another Junkbots video, but this time around, instead of looking at one of the pre-established builds, I figured we'd look at one of my own custom builds, because that's really like part of the fun of the Junkbots toy line is that you can take them apart and put them back together in your own ways and make your own kind of robots characters that fit in pretty well with the pre-established ones. So obviously, this isn't really going to be like a review per se because this is one that I built, but it's just kind of a little build video showing one of my builds off. And yeah, this is one that I like to call Shnoot because he's got a little the little light here kind of hanging down as a nose. One of my main sort of like goals for this build was basically to use the sort of like Aerial 51 body in a way that it didn't have like the built-in head being the actual head of the robot. So I made this, kind of part that kind of hangs over it because there's no actual like attachment points on the top of this. So you have to kind of use the bit in the back to kind of swing it around, and God, falling apart, just fitting in like all the other Junkbots, just falling apart whenever I whenever I hold on to them. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out. It's kind of a taller, lankier build. Again, using the Aerial 51 body, or I don't know the name of the other one that uses this body. That's the only one that I have. But I'm still not sure what this is supposed to be, some kind of cement mixer or something like that. And it's using the one of the little like camera heads with that extension bit as the nose itself. But again, trying to use it in sort of a different way where it sort of hangs down in the front like here, like a nose, rather than how it's usually used, which is as an eye. It's got one of the I guess like moped headlights as one of its other eyes, and then just a gear on the other side just to give it some asymmetry. Has that boot foot that we've seen a few times, and then a flipper foot on the other side. Now, just like any other Junkbot, if you leave them kind of like posed for a while, like the joints tend to loosen up a little bit. So this one used to be very solid, but now is a little bit clumsy where the ankle joint feels a little bit loose, unfortunately. But that's just kind of par for the course with Junkbots in general. And then the rest of the parts are pretty much just like average generic robot parts. We've got this part here was kind of integral, which is the head piece that was used in the bug one from series 2. I can't remember what it's called. And then the little like blue piece that was used for the elephant in series 2 as well to make this whole head situation work. And then one of the little compass sections from Jack Static as the little head crest piece there. And then, other generic parts. It's got the knee bend leg. Otherwise, just, pretty much average Junkbots posability, just a lot of ball joints. What you see is what you get. This is like one of the elbows that has like the ball joint facing that way, so can't really extend his arm out past that, but that's okay. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with how this one turned out. In terms of how it works with the different modules, we'll start off with the vibration module, which I'm pretty sure I know what it's going to do. I haven't tried it out, but with builds like this with really tall legs, I can't imagine that this will be very very helpful. Yep. Just makes them fall over, which is to be expected with a lot of the taller, lankier Junkbots builds there. In terms of the motor module, again, obviously does the same thing as the other versions of the builds that have this body type. It just makes the bit in the center spin there. Let's see if I can get him standing while that's going on. It's possible. Possible. There we go. That's okay. Kind of subtle. I think it works pretty well. And again, because it's not giving too much vibration, it is possible to stand it. And then for the LED module, if you plug that one in there, there's a few spots that this can plug in. Obviously, it can plug into all the same spots that it could on the body. There's spots here, here, and there is one here, but I think that one probably wouldn't be that great to use because it's the the head that's kind of being covered. So then there's also spots. There's spots underneath this piece, so that wouldn't really work. There's a spot right there for the eye, and there's a spot up here for the nose piece. So let's put one in the body, I think. Let's put one in the little car headlight here, or moped headlight, or whatever it's supposed to be, and then try to reach one up so it gets into the nose piece. I don't even know how well that's going to really light up, because it's facing down. Yeah, actually, all right, that doesn't work that well. Let's just put another one in the body. I think that's fine. And then flip it on there. And yeah, I think that works pretty well. Obviously, mainly lighting up the body here and one of the eyes. I think that's a cool look for this junk bot, and I think that being one of the kind of like taller, lankier ones, the wires sticking out of the back don't really mess with the look of it. I think it looks kind of cool as like I don't know, sort of makes it recontextualizes his little like nose piece as like a gas mask or something. It makes him look like some kind of weird sort of hazmat robot. I don't know. I kind of dig it. But yeah, you know, otherwise pretty typical use of the modules there. As per usual, the vibrating module is not that exciting, even if it did work. And then the motor module and the LED module, I think, work well enough for this particular build. In terms of falling over there, in terms of size comparisons, here he is with Bumblebee, the G1 Minibot, and then our Core Class Kingdom Soundwave, just for some Transformers references there. And then here he is with Jack Static, the main man of the Junkbots, who unfortunately has had a bit of an injury. For whatever reason, I can no longer get this to stay closed, and which is unfortunate because I think it looks way better when it's closed, but I don't know. I might consider just gluing it and taking away that functionality, because I was never like that crazy about the harpoon functionality, but for now he's just got a slightly longer arm there. But that's what they look like together. As you can see, a very tall junk bot. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to him. Obviously, I'm not gonna like rate my own creations on keep or scrap or edit, because obviously these are these are my own creations, so I would hope they're all keeps. Otherwise, I didn't do a very good job. Oh yeah, and then real quick from last video. If I can get him standing here for just a sec. Come on in. I had someone request to show what it looked like to have the main screen of Hawk's like game console thing light up. So I'll show that off in my last Junkbots video. He was the last one I looked at. I didn't really think to do that at the time, just because like the screen, like the whole screen doesn't actually light up. It's really just like the Pong section. So like, yeah, I mean, you can do that, and it does come through his mouth, and that looks kind of cool, you know. Now that I think about it, even though it's not lighting up the whole screen, it is still kind of cool to see that that stuff shining through. So yeah, cool. I hadn't even really tried that before, but yeah, that's what that looks like. Just for that request from the comments section to take a look at that. But yeah, otherwise that's pretty much all there is to this guy. Oh my gosh, words. That's pretty much all there is to this guy. I figure I'll do a few more of these, take a look at a few more of my my MOCs, and I don't know, see how they compare to the like actual legit Junkbots builds. But yeah, that's all there is to them. If you enjoy my videos, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing. I do reviews or stuff like this every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And without further ado, here we have my my Junkbots build for the figure that I call Shnoot.